but I've been told there are bigger and better castles to see. So we're on our way to Dunrobin Castle. Join me for the next 15 minutes while we drive through the Highlands, passing through coastal towns and inland villages, stopping just short of the Grand Dunrobin.
Smuggling drugs. Now a 19-year-old from Teesside's been in court in Georgia this morning in May. The BBC's reporter James Waterhouse was in the court and says
she was blowing kisses to her family, Bella, and she told the judge.
Rodney stone carved around 860 AD. This Pictish stone is early medieval. Brodie Castle was originally built in 1567. Good morning from Brodie Castle in Morayshire. This is the first ever castle I've seen in Scotland. Built for the Brodie clan, the castle is constructed in what's called a Z-plan tower house. The design has a main rectangular block with towers at diagonally opposite corners. Later centuries saw it expanded and remodelled, especially in the 19th century when it was transformed into the grand Victorian baronial-style mansion you see today. The rabbit has meaning. I'll explain more about that later. These narrow windows let defenders shoot arrows out while staying protected from incoming missiles. This cheese press shaped curds into blocks. This is the front view of the castle. The lighter towered section shows its Z-plan design, while the right side reflects the 17th and 19th century additions, including William Burns's 1824 expansion. You can only see Brodie Castle inside by booking a tour. The tours are free though. You also aren't allowed to film anything inside the castle, so I have collated some photos and have put these together. The drawing room here was a formal reception space. Look at the detail on that ceiling. That plasterwork dates back to the 17th century. It was grained and stained around 1825 for visual appeal. These family portraits showcase generations of the family and their heritage. The boy in red at the top signifies he's the heir, because he's being held up and he's making direct eye contact. The library holds about 6,000 books, including a 1312 letter from Robert the Bruce. This fan is part of the ivory display. These concrete stairs date from the renovations by William Byrne in the 19th century. Look closely and you can see the wear in the curve of the steps. The castle's Victorian-era kitchen dates to the 1840s, and today is the Playful Garden Cafe. Back outside, this entrance takes you to a courtyard as part of the cafe outside the kitchen window. Now this castle is on land that's from the 1100s, and in 1824 it was converted into a mansion. Ninian Brodie, the castle's last family resident, died in 2003. The Trust has restored this section of the ha-ha, or sunk fence, which lay like an apron stage around the south front of the castle and is shown on the 1770 plan of the policies. The object of the ha-ha was to eliminate obtrusive fencing and to prevent livestock from straying onto the lawn. Over there. Lunch today is basic: cheese, ham and tomato on buns. Ham and cheese is the protein, the buns are the carbs. Not ideal being white bread, but that's all we have today. After our free guided tour inside and a picnic lunch, part of the village, it's time for a walk. Daffodillies for 6 weeks of the year. This is where you'll see our daffodil collection. Woodland walk, pond walk. It's an easy stroller and wheelchair friendly path winding from the castle alongside the pond and then loops back. You'll find mute swans, tufted ducks and little grebes in the water. If you keep your eyes peeled you may even spot an otter. Brodie Castle's Pond Walk is an easy stroller and wheelchair friendly loop path about 2.4 kilometres long.
Oh, that's wrong.
A Swiss skate or sluice skate. This controls water flow in estate gardens. A peaceful walk, perfect for photography and enjoying the estate's historic scenery. Just up here is the family grave. This central plaque bears the Brodie coat of arms, and the simple bronze plaques mark the burial locations of various other family members.
See that point? That's the owl.
Oh, I see.
That's its wing. See it?
Owl. Flying sideways. Here's these seats. And Google says it's called the Scotch or common broom.
How did you get there? No, you didn't. You jumped.
It's very long and straight.
So we better go this way.
These wooden sculptures are a recent addition around the walk and are carved from the tree trunks. We've finished the pond walk and now we'll walk back to the castle. The rabbit monuments around the grounds are inspired by the play Harvey and celebrate the family's playful theatrical legacy. Beach facts. Beach are not native to Scotland. Who are they native to? Look at the pattern of the striped grass. And here we have the castle sundial. This sundial and the shrubbery dates back to the 1730s and adds an historic charm. So that was Brodie's Castle. And I found that quite interesting. I love castles, and that's the first one I've ever seen in Scotland. Nairn became a royal borough in the 1100s, growing from the early Norse settlements in 1000 AD. It grew into a thriving fishing and market town by the 13th century. Erected by the members of Nairnshire. Exploring Nairnshire. Paths around Nairn. There's a few walking paths around here. And that was a quick walk around Nairn. Dunrobin Firth viewpoint. From this viewpoint on a good day you can see over the Dornoch Bridge. It's not such a good day today. but you can just see the bridge in the distance there. And somewhere over there is Brodie Castle, and we're heading off to that shortly. Too busy with the two of us.
We're stopped.
We're stopped. An optical illusion. We've stopped, and as you can tell, the car's still moving. It's called the electric bray. The car's moving because of electrical forces or magnetic forces. And we're moving uphill, and we're not in gear. Brodie Castle was okay, but I've been told there are bigger and better castles to see. So we're on our way to Dornoch Castle. Just a quick toilet stop first. Looks like there's a cute railway station here. That looks like it's seen better days. Bonar Bridge is the gateway to the far north Highlands, where 4 salmon rivers meet. First bridged by Thomas Telford in 1812, after a tragic ferry disaster, today's modern bridge carries travellers across this historic crossing. The township is a small, thriving village of around 1,000 people, sitting between Ardguy and the gateway to the far north Highlands. In 2024, Gilbert began building the cathedral on your left. Apparently Madonna was also married there. Her son Rotso was also baptised here, the two events making world headlines for this small Highland town. 800 years since the first stone was laid. Apparently the cathedral was set on fire in 1570 during clan feuds, leaving it in ruins for centuries. It was restored in the 19th century with major support from the Duchess of Sutherland. I just love the architecture of these beautiful places. In this is interred the remains of Sir Richard de Moravia, who was the brother of the cathedral's founder, St. Gilbert. The battle took place after a party of Danes landed at the Little Ferry and encamped at Embo. These gargoyles drain rainwater and ward off evil, carved as monsters, dragons and human faces by medieval stonemasons. That's just another impressive building. 800 years old. That's quite a nice little street. I'm quite interested in one of these tartan wallets. I might have to get one before I go home. If any of you watch the channel Itchy Boots, she was in here. Itchy Boots is a YouTube motorcycle adventure vlogger who I watch. She was doing a book tour through here and called into this very shop. Dornoch Royal Burg. Dornoch Royal Burg. Dornoch Royal Borough. Borough Burg. Borough. I've got to get my Scottish pronunciation correct. There's a bit more to see and do around Dornoch, so we're going to take in the views by driving around. That tall building is Dornoch Castle Hotel. Since 1947 it's been a hotel famous today for its whisky bar and on-site distillery. Gosh, that's impressive. Glen Shiel. This is actually Link's house, which offers luxury Highland stays. And this is Dornoch Station Hotel, and this is also now a luxury stay. A wee bit out of my budget. Thank you for joining me again today. I hope you enjoyed the castles and the road trips in between.